Yes, we had a meeting in Belmapan and with the police and the personnel from the Human Services Ministry, and we have agreed that instead of keeping the children at the police station overnight, there will now be a social worker on call. So once we pick up the child, we will then call the social worker who will come into the police station immediately. Will also bring in the parent of the child and they will meet with the social worker for the social worker to do the necessary inquiry, which will then determine whether or not they will allow the child to go home with the parent for the night or if they'll find alternative accommodation for the child. And that again will depend on the social worker assessment of the child situation as well as the environment in which the child will be taken back to. So that is one headway we have made. And if you recall that I had made two suggestions to the social personnel that we could either have a social worker on call or we could have a drop-off center so as not to have the children being taken to the police station, as many you will recall were against, while they may be for the curfew, they were against the fact that the children were being kept at the police station overnight. So we have now gone past that issue now, that we'll not be holding the children at the police station overnight, but rather to have the social worker on call to come out and deal with the situation immediately. And I believe that that is great inroads in terms of how we continue to enforce the curfew law.
Sir, you were mentioning that the age of the youngest child found on the street has drastically dropped. Can you expand?
Yes, the age range of the children that were removed off the streets from 17 to 2 years old. We found a 2 year old on the streets last week, Saturday, in the St. Martin's area. And again, that is very sad to see that a 2 year old child is walking the streets of Belize today at 2 a.m. in the morning. That child was exposed to the possibility of varying degrees of harm. And it goes to show the type of things that we're dealing with on a daily basis. And what we did in that situation, we have referred the matter to domestic violence unit, who then, with the help of the Human Services Department, have now dealt with the matter.